It also cut off last time we did it, so I'm gonna. There we go. What is up? We're live, man. Episode 2 of the Lions Roundtable. That's what this is. We don't have a good title for this one, except we know what we're talking about today. This is good. We had a good flow. We had a good flow though last episode. You know, I watched a little bit of that back. We didn't really have a great plan coming in, but it rolled pretty well. And I
Yeah.
think today we got better. We got a better outline for what it's going to look like. So King, I see you rocking the jersey, man.
Yeah.
What's with the jersey today? You just
Yeah,
ready to show up? What?
I just felt like putting my jersey on today. We're a day away from preseason game 2, man. I'm a little excited over here, ready to watch the Lions versus the Falcons.
Man, I think let's just get off to a hot start. I feel like that's what everybody wants. Like, let's we just want to win a game. You know, like even though we know it doesn't matter, it still does kind of feel nice to be like, yeah, we handle business. You know what I mean? We look pretty good. Team look good. So hopefully that's what it is. But we got news. So we might as well get right into it. Chat. I was reading through some of your guys' chat. The live stream chat was crazy last time. So
Yeah.
make sure y'all are active in there, man. Well, I'll throw some of those on the screen. But we're gonna get to the sad news first, and then we'll get to maybe the good news potentially. And it's Rakestraw. Today, I guess we found out today, I think officially, injured reserve list, which during training camp is not good. You know, I saw it at first, and I'm like, you know what came to my mind, King, is I was like, well, maybe this is 4 weeks. Somehow, maybe there's something I'm missing here. Maybe this isn't full season, but no, it is. He's set to be out for the year. Again, similar to Dan Jackson. I don't think this dude's getting cut, so I think he's missing the season. What was your initial reaction to that one, King?
Yeah, it sucked as soon as it came down, man. Successful surgery, so I hope he heals up well. But that sucks, man. You want to see him get his opportunity. We know how talented Rakestraw is. We need him out there, man. We need the depth. He needs his opportunity. You don't want to get that stigma on you where everyone just feels like you just injured all the time. You can't get on the field. You see what Marcus Davenport is going through right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks for him, man. And he's a good kid, man. Works hard. You just want to see him out there on the field.
It's the immediate thing that comes to mind is like this is I mean it's not the because Rakestraw was banged up in college too, so you know we've done that. We brought in guys that had been injured, so maybe that's a problem. But the positive is like we've seemingly had dudes attacking like getting back to it because it could be very easy to have like this happen early. I think it's different when you're a second round pick. If it's like you're round 7, you missed the first 2 years, kind of like all right, maybe this age is gonna it's just not my time. I don't know if this is gonna work out, but we've at least had these dudes that are like super locked in, seemingly to getting back. And I guess we'll see on what it looks like with Hutchinson. I guess that was expected, but the recovery seemingly is in an excellent spot. And even to a guy like Levi, like it took years, but eventually, and I know he's hurt again now, but eventually when he did get right, and you did at least see kind of a season of like, oh, this is pretty good. Like this is a good starting point for him. So like my hope is and my belief is that they drafted a lot of the character here, and the character should take control at this point and kind of lead to him being able to bounce back eventually. That's my positive twist on this.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I never worried about his talent out there on the field. Even missing time coming back, he still looked great out there for the short little bit of time that we did get a chance to see him this preseason. So, like I said, the kid is he's super talented, man. You want to see him out there. But by the way, shout out to everybody in the comments. I see a lot of what's up and yo's and everything else. I'm glad you guys are in. Make sure, once again, you guys subscribe to Lions Roundtable. Once we get to a certain point, we will not be doing these episodes on our channels anymore. So make sure you guys go click the link that's in the comments right now and subscribe. Hit the notification bell because we'll be switching over.
That was a good call, King. That was good because I kind of forgot about it completely. So I'm glad you brought that back up. Reminded me of that. Yeah, hey, and y'all were hitting it though. Y'all were hitting the subscribe button, man. I think we're at 81 before we got started, which is great. That's like 60 in 2 days or something. So we'll take that. We might meet some minimum requirements to go live. King reminded me there might be we actually might need a certain amount to make it happen. So you have to click the subscribe button. I want to ask you this real quick because I don't know. I haven't really looked into this much, but someone threw the comment and it was brought up last time we talked about Asante Samuel Tad. Someone said Emmanuel Mosley. They threw that name at me because he's familiar. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, is there maybe a name is there a name or would you be looking for something else to add to this cornerback room? Do you feel pretty good with leaving as it is now and then address that later on? Maybe it's like, hey, some dude gets cut, we like get him then, or just see what the young guys do and then we evaluate and like, all right, now we need the vet because there are a handful of veterans available, and I'll throw up a list as you know you give your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the second game of the preseason. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really pressed to go and find a guy right now. Let's wait until these teams make some cuts, you know, before they have to get the final 53 down. And, you know, then we can go in and pick from there and see if we can get somebody. But Mosley, no, absolutely not. And it's not because he's had the amount of injuries that he had. It's the type of injuries that he's had that I worry about. When you having leg injuries like that, it's a little bit different. Rakestraw is a shoulder injury, which is a little concerning because a lot of corners tackle with their shoulder. But Mosley is out the question for me. If you want to go and get a familiar, I'm fine with that. But let's just try and go and get a veteran or somebody that's young and inspiring that we can bring in after camp and preseason is over.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I'm not. I don't think the. I don't feel like you need it, especially if you are going to go that route of like let's get someone that we kind of know what it is right now. Definitely not in a rush, unless you're worried about someone else taking him.
Alarm!
Go ahead.
We got a shout out to Phantom Lion. Him and Kay had a baby today. Congratulations!
That's what's up.
Congratulations, man. Phantom is a friend of ours, man. He is definitely about to get no sleep for the next couple of months. So enjoy it, Phantom, you and Kay. The dry eyes and the insomnia.
That's amazing, bro. Dang. So is that like ahead of schedule then? Is that like I don't know, you let me know, Phantom, but congrats, man. That's dope. Hey, we're gonna have your beats playing. All right, we're gonna have the beats. It's just hey, look, laying this on me. Okay, this is a late start. This was on me big time. Dude, I was like, I'm gonna leave by 7, so I'm there with some time to spare. Or not 6:30. I left at 7:11, so not the gas station. Well, I did stop at a gas station, so a little bit of both. It's all right though. We'll be good going forward. But no, if I was gonna go cornerback and I knew I was gonna sign like a proven piece, I'm with you. I just wait. Unless I'm think someone's gonna take him. I will say though, Cam Sutton's available, King. Now I know you're a big Cam Sutton guy, so I'm surprised. I'm just shocked you didn't bring that up. You saw all that list of names.
Hey, as long as he's not trying to throw women off balconies and stuff, man. No, like I said, any veteran, I'm fine with that. Any veteran that you can bring in, somebody to fill a gap, I'm fine. Whatever Brad wants to do.
Yeah. I will say though, I'm gonna say this because I think that then the comments or not everybody that's gonna see this is gonna go to the well-known names. I think like Stephon Gilmore, Rasul Douglas, like that's who's gonna be thrown out there. I definitely don't think they'll go that significant of a name, even if it is someone that's played before. It'll be like, oh, he's got some experience, that kind of thing. Like, I think the high mark would actually be a Mosley type. But I'm gonna throw my name out there because I've been kind of rolling with it. I'm gonna throw Antonio Hamilton in the mix. I didn't know this dude was still available. He's like 32 years old. You know, King, when we were struggling at corner, and you're just like, who's the cheap guy? And you're like, oh, I like that. I like that dude. He got a little something, and he's still out there. So that kind of thing could make sense. I could buy into that.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
I can get with that. You know, why is he available though?
Because
that's the question.
You know what I mean? Like
he's just waiting. He's just one of them guys waiting around.
Yeah, we're just
pretty much like once we get to the topic, pretty much like the guy name starts with a Z. I don't want to say it yet until we start talking about it.
Oh, we're about to talk about it.
Well, let's talk about it.
You can jump it off.
Well, let's jump it off, man. Brad Holmes made some comments today. And they were very, very, if you know how to read in between the lines in GM talk, they were very, very good comments. The Lions have been in contact with Za'Darius Smith. Both sides are just trying to find a common ground. But once you read through all the riffraff, pretty much what he was saying today is Za'Darius just didn't want to do camp. That's what it sounds like to me. A lot of veterans do this. They don't really want to go through the training camp. They work out. If you follow him on social media like I do on Instagram and TikTok, he's been posting his workout videos. He's been constantly working, even though he's been with Cash Dollar's girlfriend. He's been working out everywhere he's been, and pretty much he's just waiting till after camp to sign. That's what it sounds like to me when you read it between the lines. in those comments.
Yeah. No, I think you're 100% right. I think that's exactly what it is, without just like directly saying it. And I do wonder about the price point. Like, I wonder where that is for us versus other teams. Like, if we would be like, let's say we weren't the highest bidder, like, would he just choose to come to Detroit? Like, is this kind of a thing where there's like like a formal kind of agreement? It's like, all right, I kind of have a ballpark that's going to work here. We'll knock out the details, but when it's time, I'll slide over there. Or is there a number that could push him away where we could end up getting into a bid for it? I kind of get the sense the fact that he's just chilling right now, and it doesn't seem like, I don't know. Like, usually there's rumors for everything. There's been no rumors for this guy unless I'm on Facebook. So for that reason, I think this dude's gonna end up just signing here. It's just when. It's not if, it's when. That's how I'm feeling at this point. And King, like, there is such an open role for him to just fit into this team. I mean, like, at worst, he's a third down, put him on the inside and let him rush, because we just don't have that. At least
And,
until we get right, we don't have it.
and then, like I said, he's at that point in his career, man. You know what I'm
Yes, he
saying? Where
is.
you bring him in those type of situations.
Yeah.
And, when you look at it, like I said, from Za'Darius standpoint, um, you just want to preserve yourself as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we see this all the time. It's understandable. But adding him that's the final piece for your defensive line, at least until Olin McNeil gets back. And that takes away all the alleviation for I would say the 30 to 40% of the fan base that's like, man, we got to get somebody. Me, I'm comfortable. I'm content where we at right now. Like I said, if we add him or when we add him, I truly do believe we're going to add him. That just takes everything over the top. That's where we need to be. We have a nice amount of rushers. If Marcus Davenport continues to have the injury issues, well, you got Za'Darius Smith sitting there. You know what I'm saying? It makes me a little bit more comfortable in that situation. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, for everybody talking about the volume thing, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. So from this, here's what I'll say. I clicked automatically adjust volume, and I thought it was gonna work. I don't think it did. Problem is, I don't know how loud I sound compared to him, so I have no idea. So StreamYard needs to just figure it out. That's their
I
job.
just bag my mic up a little bit.
Okay, maybe that'll fix it. Y'all let us know. Okay. And if I remember correctly, was Za'Darius like, so we got ahead when we ended up cutting him because he had the year left. We actually got ahead of like what the dead money would have been because we cut him. So we kind of just like got rid of what would have been there. So now there is net money. So I think the Lions would feel pretty flexible with paying him too. Like, maybe not to that point of what it would have cost them, because I think it would have been like, what was it, like on paper, like 10 million for dollars for a year, like essentially if you add them together. So if it was like take 8, it's like, all right, dude, we're technically saving money with this move that we made, and we're still getting the guy back. So like anything under 10 million, I would think that it'd end up going down. And at this point, I don't think he's going to get that much. For perspective, like, what did Von Miller make? Let me check on that real quick. Von Miller just got raised.
Even with that, even with that, it's well. Let's just get used to this now on this roundtable show.
6 million
with King's conspiracies, right?
Okay.
The open roster spot has always been eye opening for me for the Za'Darius Smith thing. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like we always just have a roster spot open. You know what I'm saying? So that was always the conspiracy with me this entire time. That's why I haven't been on Twitter just ranting like we need to do. I always felt like at some point we were going to sign him. For him, obviously, is smart. You're trying to continue to build a relationship and possibly, if not, get married to someone who lives here in Detroit, that wants you here in Detroit. It just makes too much sense for him to be here. Everything makes sense. So, like I said, I think we shouldn't have a problem, coming together and coming to an agreement and getting him paid and what he's asking for and not at the same time spending the bank for us where we don't need to. I think we'll be fine. It'll work out.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome when he comes back. I'm gonna be very excited about that. Yeah, he's gonna come back. That's what we've come to the conclusion. He's gonna sign here eventually. So just wait. It's wait to get happen. Someone said I'm getting quieter. Not anymore. I just turned the volume back up. We're good. We're good. I took control of that, King. I said put that on manual mode. We're good now. I know he sounds fantastic right now. All right, I want to ask you about this though, because tomorrow there's a chance that we play both of the top 2 rookies. I don't think we've gotten any confirmation there. If we have, let me know. But I think we're still kind of maybe Tyleek, maybe Tate, and if we do, probably a little bit.
Please,
You want to
Dan,
see him?
play him. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I want to see them against other NFL guys. I don't want to just see these guys in practice, man. I want to see them in the game going up against guys that are fighting for position or that are hungry, and that's going to come at them. I want to see Tyleek in that backfield. That's what I want to see. I want to see him causing havoc out there. I want to see Tate go out there and fit in with whoever it is he's out there with, and just be solid. You know what I'm saying? That's all. At least just please, just a little bit, Dad. Just a quarter. Just give me a quarter or something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just a quarter.
Yeah.
Just put them out there, man. I know these guys. You expect them to be a part of the obvious, the starting lineup, but bro, just let him play. Let him play.
Watch this, King. I'm about to blow your mind here. I don't want Tyleek to play. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Why?
I don't want this dude to play at all. You know what I mean? Just shut him down. That's where I'm at with it.
But he needs the reps, though. Just like
No, he
Dan
don't.
said,
No, he don't.
he does.
He
But
needs to
for
sit on the bench. That's
conditioning,
what
he needs the rep.
You can condition on the sideline. That's what you need. Get a couple jogs in. Go hit the hill, King. We got it for a reason. You know what I mean? That's why it's there. You know, if you can't hit the treadmill, I don't know what you're doing. we got Ali McNeil going down. We got Levi going down. I don't need Tyleek to play. You know, if he's out there and he's terrible week one, so be it. He'll get better.
You got PTSD, Dr. You got PTSD.
I do, man. Like I don't want to see it at all because to me, there's nothing that I would walk away with like, oh, that was good. I'm glad we saw that. That dude could cook. He could have 2 sacks. I'd be like, that's fantastic. If he did not, like, only thing he can do is let me down. I'm just like, just don't play, dude.
Listen, everybody. If it was up to Dion, no first or second teamers would even get on the bus. They would stay at the park. They would send all third stringers and all practice squatters to the game.
Hey, that's right, Chad. That's why joint practices are here now. I don't need to see it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't need to see it. But I will say I want to see Tate. I'm more with you on Tate because, like, for me, I look at it as like, okay, Tate's communication with Graham, I want to see that come together. Like, I could definitely understand that. Like, let's just make sure they're not blowing some assignments here. Like, I feel like there's maybe not a ton that Tate can do within one preseason game, or even if he played 2 preseason games and he plays 3 drives combined, where I'm going to see enough growth where I'm like, oh, yeah, you got a lot better in those 3 drives. You know, that's going to happen regardless in practice. But from communication, I could get that. You just get different looks. You're not expecting certain things. I'm with that. But for Tyleek, like, what am I going to see that's like, oh, man, I wish he had that communication down. Just said the dude.
It's just for the, the experience and the conditioning, man.
That's
we know what he's going to do. We know he's going to be a disruptor out there. Also, man, in the comment section, I see a lot of you guys comments, the questions. Shout out to Wiseman Kaz, man. The best teacher is experience. Detroit Sports Talk. Joint practice this week. Listen, man, let me say this. Yeah, that's next week. Listen, let me say this. If you guys have training camp tickets or know someone who has training camp tickets, message me on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you following me at, and I'll shoot you some cash for them, man, because we want to get out to practice a little bit more. So I'm just going to put that out there for you guys. Hit me in the inbox. I know some people just have them just to have them and don't even go, let me know, man.
I like that. I like that, King. I like what you did there. Real quick update too. Click that link. If y'all just chilling here, you haven't clicked the link, click the link, sub, come right back. We'll be there eventually. Okay, so from that, I mean, I wanted to ask you specifically with those 2 playing it, say they do play, say they both get 2 drives. What is like one thing? I need to see this and I'm good. Let me see that and I'm good.
With Tyleek, I just want to see him put some pressure on the quarterback. He's been in the backfield. I mean, stuff in the run, he's going to do that. He's a big body. I want to see him get back there, a couple of times, just wreak some havoc, at least for just a series out there. Give me a series where, you look good, you look, content, you look like you know what you're doing out there, and we get you back on the sideline. But for Tate, it's the same thing. I just want you to look uniform, go out there. I don't want you to go out there get any offensive holding calls or anything like that. I want to see you go out there and have a clean series and then I'm good. I'm content.
Yeah, I'm similar. For me, Tyleek just make one flash play. That's kind of right because I think that's all he'll play enough. Like, dude, and this isn't a sit thing. It's like you remember though when like Hutchinson, I think it was his first preseason when he came in.
Mhm.
It was like a couple plays in, he like swam the dude on the end. He like
Yep.
shut down a run. Everybody was fired up. Like this guy's crazy. Tyleek do one thing like that. Just do one play and I'm good. You make one play like that, you can cook the other plays. We just need one play that gets people fired up, and then
One play.
go ahead.
No, I was saying one play, get out.
No, yeah. If you make a play, just go sit down. Like that could be his thing. Make a play and then you're done. Like that's fine with me. For Tate, I want to see him in a third down. I just want to see him in like a true pass down. You know, you're gonna get maybe some extra bodies sent at you. I just want to see that. I expect him to move pretty well. Maybe they'll like if they get him in there, they'll get him out in like a screen or something just to see him run. That'd be fun just to see if he can go tag somebody. But like I just want to see him like a 3rd and 7. Honestly, I want to ask you this. Say Tate does play. Say like, look, we're giving these dudes 2 drives. All right. Should Mahogany get 2 drives?
Yeah.
Yes, that was a good question. I had that one loaded. That was good.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Hey, why not? Everybody's playing.
Yeah. Why not? Like I said, it's not like he played a lot. You know what I'm saying? He still needs to go out there and give me 2 drives and get out of there. I'm good with that. Like I said, I even though he haven't played a whole lot of snaps, I just want him to see 2 solid drives and you get out the game too. Because like I said, depth is everything right now. I don't want to see anybody out there longer than they need to be anyway. So I'm good with that. Brodric Martin, though. What do you think with Brodric?
All right, Brodric's weird for me. You know, Brodric played 12 snaps last game.
Yeah,
that's so weird. Like, and it was like in the very middle of the game. I don't know what the heck to make of that because he didn't really do much as a rusher, which is kind of at this point like, all right, it's kind of what I expect. But like, it's weird because he looks so powerful. Like he looked kind of ugly at what he was doing sometimes, but it was like he's jolting dudes and he's just like a beast standing in there. It didn't look bad. Here, you know what? Honestly, and this is going to sound terrible. The biggest highlight for me from Brodric of the 12 snaps was when the offensive strength shift and he moved. No one told him anything. He just jumped to his spot. And I was like, oh, there you go. Look at that, dude. Brodric knows what he's to expect. So I saw that. That got me excited. And again, I actually thought the 12 reps were pretty good. Like for the most part, there was no play where he really got like moved around. I thought it was also not like a big impact play, but he did make a tackle. He kind of stayed on the block, kind of rolled with it, made a stop. It was just like, why is he playing 12 snaps? Is this like, are they expecting him to flash in 12? Do they feel good about him? I don't know what that means, to be honest. Or is it more like, hey, we like what Chris Smith is doing. Let's keep giving him looks. He's showing, because Chris Smith did show a little bit of juice. He showed like I can get some rush. I have no idea what 12 snaps means. What do you think?
I don't know what that means either, man.
It's so weird. This would be his time. You would think like this is everybody says make or break. I expect 40 snaps, not 12.
Like I said, it's just weird, man. It's weird. It's almost like what I was talking about with Hendon Hooker. You would think this is his time. Why is he not starting this game? You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
With him, it's 12 snaps. It's like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know, man. I just want to see more of him. You know, he's healthy. I want to see more of him. I want him to get his opportunity. I want to see more of him. That's just me.
Because to me, last year, I thought it was just like a play in and play out thing. Like the one game they put him, I think he played 30-some snaps. And it was like, okay, this is okay. And then it'd be horrible. And it was like, it just felt like he played way too many snaps. But it makes me think, are they kind of envisioning him as like, hey, look, dude, if you make the team, you're backing up DJ Reader. So, your job is you might get 10 snaps. So you better flash on 10 snaps, be energized, and then we're taking you out. So we're going to give you an in-game scenario, make it look good. And that's, we don't need to just wear you out because that's all you're going to do, essentially. That's the only take I get from that.
Makes sense.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird spot. Okay, Atlanta specifically, and this is something you want to talk about, just cut me off. But Atlanta specifically, I think this is going to be a handful for our offensive line. I got to be honest. I mean, I thought our offensive line was pretty good last week, but dude, I think they're gonna be in some trouble. I could see it, and I hope not. But I could see our starting tackles having a rough day. I'll just get that sense early, and I'm hoping it's not because you want to see Hendon Hooker, but this is almost one where I'm a little bit like King, like maybe it's not the worst thing to make him the third quarterback again because you put him out there And when they line up your guy, James Pierce, they put Walker on the other side, and they start rotating these other dudes like Trice in the game, and it's Giovanni Manu and DeMarco Jones, or maybe it's not Jones, maybe it's Mason Miller again, who I thought had a rough game. These guys might get torched a little bit. So I'm like, hey, man, this is a great challenge, but this could be bad.
Yeah, it's exactly what I don't want to see for Hendon Hooker. I want to have an opportunity to at least stand back there for more than 2 seconds, man. I really do. Yeah, I definitely need to see who all is for sure playing for the Falcons. I need to look at.
I know those guys are playing that I just mentioned.
God,
that's why I said that. If they were playing, that's why I said that. I read that yesterday. It's like a headline. They're like, Walker and Pierce are going to debut. I'm like, oh, snap. This could be bad. It could be great. It'd be like, wow, we played really good against these guys, but it could be bad. It's on the table.
Yeah, like I said, you know what? As a matter of fact, hey, let's just throw them out there into the fire, man. Let them try to come out with something, man. And like I said, I hope he play well, because if he play well, I'm probably gonna do a lot more talking than I need to about it. But if he plays well, I'll be happy about it, man, because I want to see him be successful. That's
who you talking
what
about?
I don't understand with some of the fan base. It's just like they want him not to be successful. Listen, he is not a threat to Jared Goff. Jared Goff, if you love Jared Goff, he's not a threat at all. We're just looking for a solid backup, ladies and gentlemen. You want him to be successful. So speak it into the universe. You want him to have a great game. Don't go, oh, he's trash. Oh, we need to get rid of him. We need to Hendon's cooked, and all of these comments I'll be seeing, man, on social media. Stop talking bad about your team. Speak positive on a young man, man. Give him some encouragement. I want him to play well tomorrow, man. I really hope you do.
King is a Hendon Hooker guy. King, we found it out. Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you though, King. I liked how he played when I watched it again. Like after we spoke, I was like, you know, I don't remember exactly what it looked like. And you said he only threw like 10 times or something. So I was like, okay, I really need to see this again. I actually walked away like this isn't bad. That pass that I don't know if you've seen that pass that he threw like way over his receiver early, which is like, okay, that's not great.
Right.
He tried to kind of don't look it. I'm not mad at it because it's like he's comfortable. Like at least he's comfortable in the sense that I felt that he was seeing the field well. Like that's the challenge, to see it and then execute it. But we all believe he's talented. We all know he has a big arm. Like that's easy. And pushing it down the field at the end was easy for him. But it's all the intermediate things, man. But the feel and the vision, that showed off to me. I thought he had a good sense for what was going on.
So Hendon Hooker is around like
27?
27.
Somewhere in there.
How long do quarterbacks play in this league?
Starters?
Well into their 30s, right?
Yeah, at this point.
Well into their 30s, right? It's the comments like Hungry Panda, man. I see this all the time. Hendon Hooker and young man in the same sentence. Ha, ha, ha.
Hey,
bro.
You played a lot in
27 is plenty young enough for him to still learn and grow and be a solid backup quarterback. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
So but ultimately, I'm not like disagreeing, I'm just asking, what is the ultimate goal for Hendon? Like, why is that an issue? Is what I'm saying.
It's like I said, I think they want him to be a starter on not eventually this team or some other team. For me, I just want him to be a solid backup for right now.
That's where I'm at.
Like, that's where I'm at. Just be a solid backup, bro. We in Detroit, how many times have we just had a solid backup, like a real solid backup that brings a different dimension to the field? I really would like to see that for once. And you know, like I said, I'm not here to bag on the dude's age or when he came out of college. Listen, if he didn't tear his ACL, we wouldn't even be having a conversation right now about him being a backup. He would have got drafted in that early first round, obviously. So, like I said, we drafted him. We took a chance on him. He's healthy now. We want to see him get his confidence, because that will break your confidence coming in, getting drafted later into the NFL and trying to fight your way back up where you expected to be drafted and being a top guy on the team. It's a little difficult for your confidence. So we want to see him have that confidence. And we want to see Dan Campbell said they're going to give him a load. We want to see him throw the football, because most of the time when he's out there, they're running the ball. I want to see him throw the football. I want to see him have the opportunity to make mistakes. That's all I'm asking. So with Hendon Hooker, be a solid backup. That's what I'm want. That's all I'm asking for.
You know who the positive upside example of him right now is honestly Trey Lance. It feels like he's played a really strong game against us, and he looked like this dude is just not going to work in the NFL. But he didn't play a lot. Difference is our guy was hurt. He's just getting older. He's just older. But it was like you figured it out seemingly here, maybe eventually with Harbaugh. But I think the difference is you may look at Trey Lance like eventually he could still be a starter. That's not to say Hendon couldn't be a starter somewhere, but I just think from a Lions fan perspective, his timeline isn't like, oh man, we need him to start next year. Like it's not really how it is. So it could happen still, but if anything, it just puts urgency on him, right? It's like, oh man, I want to make this happen when my contract's up, so I have to win this role because if you're a number 2, you have a chance to surprise people. Sam Darnold did it really late. Geno did it really late. You got a shot. If you're number 3, you don't. You know what I mean? If you're number 3, you're probably not going to get looks. So eventually you could get it. You just got to solidify number 2 first. I feel like we just got to start with baby steps there. Let's just be the backup. Let's feel comfortable with you as a number 2. That's all my goal is for him right now.
Right. Yeah. Just be comfortable, man. Like I said, it just like the comment, man, from K God. It was the Hall of Fame game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, he made some dynamite passes. He made some dynamite passes. But Lovett, for some reason likes to drop passes or let people take the ball out of his head.
Love it.
So,
man.
But he made a couple of good passes, man. So I just want to see him be comfortable and throw the ball around.
So I read today that, or I think it was yesterday, right, that Lovett and Jamarco. So Lovett about 10 days, they said he'd be down, so I don't think he's going to play. Jamarco Jones, they said a week. So I said that name. He probably won't play either. So Mason Miller probably will get started right tackle. See, that does concern me because I could see that being kind of ugly in this game, just a side. But maybe that Justin Herron will get some looks. And then Pat O'Connor's dealing with something. He said they all be okay, but I don't know if any of those guys get looks this week, which is another good segue. So let's say Pat O'Connor doesn't play. There's been a lot of buzz around Keith Cooper. I liked him at Houston. So that was like my favorite UDFA signing. The problem is you would think that would lead me to be like, oh, I want to find the good. I don't think he's done much as a Lion, to be honest, from my perspective. Like, I haven't seen him do much. I've heard good things when I've read him. When I was there, I didn't really notice him. And then also in the preseason game, I didn't think he did much. So who is the guy that kind of – because, like, really your backup 3 technique, like, I don't know who it is right now. I don't know. And that's why, like, there's such an open role for Za'Darius to slide right into. But, like, who is the actual backup for that position? Is that Chris Smith? Like, could he be that? Could Chris Smith show some juice? Like, oh, maybe it is Chris. Like, this feels like a great opportunity. If Pat doesn't play, he was kind of just like pigeonholed into that. It's probably Keith Cooper, Chris Smith, Miles Adams. Like, do you have confidence in any of those guys? I'm a Miles Adams guy personally. I mean, is there?
Yeah, this is the opportunity for him right now. This is showtime. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go out there and pop out on tape, right now is the time to do it. So, like I said, I'm unsure. I am very unsure. So, like I said, show me something. Go out there and show me something. You want a spot? Go earn it. That's what this is for. This is a really official preseason game. Go and show me something. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's speak on that like a little bit here, just for the matchups that we're kind of looking forward to. I want to hit you with some names, and then I kind of want to get like, I don't know, like an expectation or how you think it's going to turn out here. So, like, for example, Al-Quadi Muhammad, he played a little bit in that last game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think many people talked about him, but, he was out there. That's someone that I wasn't, like, over the moon, but I was like, all right, this is kind of a good get back. Like, he could be a big part this year, especially once all the injuries started piling up. Mm-hmm. Who's a guy for you, I guess, on the defensive side of the ball? Maybe I could throw you some examples, but who's a guy for you on the defense side that you think is – maybe in a spot that we're not talking about that could be in a good spot to pop this week? I think a guy like Muhammad kind of fits that mold for me. I think it's about time.
And even with Muhammad, man, we know what he is. We know he's a dog. You know what I'm saying?
So you're on board.
You're on board. Yeah, I'm definitely on board, man, with Muhammad.
Maybe we don't even go that route.
Yeah, he showed a couple of times. Pittman.
Hey, he had a fun game.
I still like Stewart.
Yeah.
I still like my Palomalu and Rodrigo mixed together, baby.
For sure.
I like Stewart. I like to see the hair flying around. Just in that linebacker unit. a couple of those guys, man, they got opportunity to go out there and try to show something.
Where are
So,
you at on like? Do you have any takes on like Isaac Ukwu or Mitchell Agude? Like, do you have a lean towards like I like these guys? I'm kind of either way on them. Show me something.
to me, is this is like I said, it's the same with everybody. It's definitely a time that you want to pop out and show that you improve. But those guys are, to me, it's still like, you know, rotational practice squad type of guys. You know, to me, still, I you have to, if you took a jump, this is where I want to see it at. That's where I'm at with those. When you name guys like Ukwu and them, um, like I said, the depth is the depth. Show me that you want to make the roster. This is the game. That it said this is the game where I'll be able to sit on my TV and really with my notebook and evaluate improvement. You know what I'm saying? I want to see improvement out there. Don't go out here and let the Falcons run all over you. I know the Hall of Fame game, nobody really want to play that game. This game, go out here and show me something. Don't let these dudes run loose on you like we just let Trey Lance do. I want to see
Yeah.
something out of these guys. I want you in the right gaps. I want everything. Everything needs to be everything. So,
Yeah.
you know, this is your opportunity.
So one thing that I thought was interesting, one I thought and I don't know if this is going to be how the regular season looks, but I assume these are kind of staples of what it's going to be, what's going to be there. Just some of the route concepts that we had last week, like they didn't feel the same as Ben Johnson's offense. There were a couple things in there. I was like, oh, that looks like Ben. And then outside of that, it's like, oh, this is kind of weird. It's like his own wrinkle on, I don't know what we're doing here. There was a real uniqueness in, I think, what we were throwing at him. So I'm wondering how that's going to translate, because this is a game, King, where if you look at that back end for Atlanta, that might be one of the most fun matchups too. I mean, we got to see if our tackles hold up. But just going through some of the names back here, Mike Ford Jr. might be getting some looks. Shout out to Mike Ford. They drafted Billy Bowman this year out of Oklahoma. You know, he was a lot of fun. They got Lamar Jackson, who's young. They got Hellmans, who's a young pick just a couple of years ago. Kobe Bryant was undrafted. A lot of people liked him this year out of was it Kansas? Yep. So they got like a lot of these young dudes that have some buzz. Clark Phillips maybe get some looks too, and then Xavier Watts is going to play the high draft pick that took the football away a ton last season. So like that group versus Lovett, Ronnie Bell, that whole mix of, you know, Meeks and Kenny James.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that? Like I felt like the concepts we had were just kind of weird. I don't know if they were bad. I was just like, oh,
well, we ain't gonna see nothing out of John Morton. It's just gonna be like, we gonna keep everybody guessing. Then when the season comes, it's just gonna go bam. You know what I'm saying? Like whoa, like what is this? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's the plan. I don't know for sure with that, but man, I forgot Ronnie Bell was on this team. I keep forgetting we have Ronnie Bell. I really want to see Ronnie Bell now. You know what I'm saying? Being a Michigan fan, obviously.
Yeah.
I want to see Ronnie Bell now. I forgot all about that. That should be an interesting matchup, man. And like I said, I was already laser focused on Hooker and Tesla to see if they can make some type of connections out there, because Tesla's open. So if Hooker can find them, there you go. But with some of these other younger guys that you just mentioned, man, that's interesting. That's interesting with that secondary.
There's some good matchups in there, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young dudes. Like that's the guys you can, because dude, the vets were cooking us last game.
And are we a go on Vaki? I forgot to check.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't heard anything that said no, so assuming that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I want to see them throw the ball. They got to throw the ball around, man.
Yeah,
they got to throw that ball around. I want to see it. So
and that's what stood out to me though. Like the best aspect I thought with Hooker was, I did think a lot of our plays had answers. Mm-hmm. Like outside of like the fourth down one where, you know, like he had to scramble because they were in zone, but Lovett could have sat that down. Like if Lovett ran that like St. Brown, like if they had that kind of connection, that could have worked. And it looked like Hooker was going to throw it, and then Lovett just kept running. Like, but things like that, it felt like the Hooker was getting us into the right look, and it was like, regardless of the coverage, we're getting to something that kind of makes sense here, and he's responding well to it. And after seeing that, it gives me, I'm not sure how to feel about it, because I felt like some of it just didn't connect. It just looked weird, I guess, for the first game, but it felt like they also had answers. So I feel like it's just kind of waiting for a guy like Hooker to just have like big stretch, like big start, hot, fast start, where some of these dudes could just roll. Because I think we all really like the receivers here. It's on the table that they get off and roll against these young guys. That's what I'm saying. As long as our protection is solid.
That's what I'll be looking for. I definitely be looking for that. And then with Vaki, like I said, are you sure about, because Vaki didn't?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I want to.
He didn't practice,
speak it into existence. I have no idea. King, you were at practice. You tell me.
Man, I don't think he practiced.
Man, that don't matter, dog. We don't practice either, man. We just play. Let's be real. We don't. Why would he practice if he was hurt? Let's just skip practice.
Let me
see. I'm just gonna look at his name.
My defensive end on over here.
Not spotted at practice Wednesday. Okay, that doesn't mean he didn't practice. It just means they didn't see him. That's what that was. He is short. He is not. Okay. Yeah, so it's very possible. It's on the table. It's on the table.
So more more Craig Reynolds, huh?
Running back Vaki and Brodric Martin were the only unexpected absences Wednesday.
How do you like Craig Reynolds, Dion?
Oh, he's amazing. No. Look, this is what I told King, man. It is being honest. I love Craig Reynolds. I do. I love Craig Reynolds, but it's not the most fun thing to watch. I mean, let's just keep it. We all, like it. It's more exciting.
His blocking is more exciting.
See, and that's a problem, right? It's like, okay. I trust the dude. If we put him in a game, I'm confident. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna do our thing here. But it's like it's got. I heard a stat yesterday that said, and this was mind blowing. But who's the Rams running back that just got extended? You know what I'm talking about? He just got like he kind of took off. The dude from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Slower running back. They said he averaged like 0 yards over expected. He did nothing beyond what was expected. Wow. And he got a little deal. That's what Craig is. That's what Craig is. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's value to that because there's guys that lose yards when they're there or they fumble the football. But at Kyron Williams, yes.
Kyron Williams, yes.
But it's not fun to watch, especially in the preseason.
It's just like just hike and go.
That's it, bro.
Just run into somebody. That's what
I want some dude to go off script in the preseason. That's why Hooker was so fun last year because things could be ugly and he was just like running around. You're like, oh, this is awesome. Craig doesn't really do that. You're kind of like, okay, got about 4 yards. It's pretty good. Like, it doesn't fire me up. glad we have him. It just isn't fun.
Like the Lions version of Adrian Peterson, just straight at stuff. I'm gonna go run at some stuff. That's what I'm gonna do.
Craig could skip preseason. I mean, at this point, like I don't need to see Craig in the preseason. Just skip it. Make him on the team. Play everybody else. Who's here.
The greatest preseason Lion of all time. He's on our current roster right now.
Oh, I know who that is. Yeah, if he's got to be here, it's definitely Tom Kennedy. But Tom Kennedy, hey,
GOAT.
Tom Kennedy needs to go now. We're talking about all these young guys, and we're gonna come back here next Tuesday and be like, "Yo, Kennedy, 6 receptions, 85 yards. This dude, first touchdown. Like it's I heard last practice he was the guy cooking again. This will be the guy. All these rookies we're excited about. They'll have like 1 reception, and Kennedy will just roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's the same thing, kind of though. Like I guess maybe a touch different, but like even Kennedy, because Kennedy is legitimately always in a battle to make the team. Like if he doesn't play, he will get cut. Like I don't think Craig's gonna get cut. But somewhat similar to the fact that like I don't really feel like I need to see him. Like if you cut him or not, I don't feel like the preseason has much bearing. He can do well, and I'd still cut him. Like, and that's no disrespect, but I feel like I'm gonna get him back, and I may have more upside elsewhere.
Yeah, like he's just a lifelong Lions squatter, man. He'll be here on the practice squad always. I just feel like for some reason.
Do his clutch. What he did a couple years ago in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like had that big play.
Yep. We know what you can do. We know who you are. Hey, we'll find somewhere for you.
Kennedy's a legend, man. He's a legend for that. I was trying to think of someone else. Like, was there someone else that kind of stands out as like he was amazing in preseason? I don't even know who that would be. Like that was consistently great in the preseason.
I don't think we got nobody that's left. That
maybe Jake Rudock was amazing.
Yeah. Tim Boyle.
Hey, I rock with Tim Boyle. No disrespect for Tim Boyle on this channel.
No.
We're not gonna do that.
The worst TB12 I ever seen in my life.
But hey, Tim Boyle kept getting deals though. Teams kept signing him as like as our backup. It's like, oh my god, yo, this guy, he has a fantastic interview process for sure. This guy sends that application, and you're like mind blown. Oh my goodness, you went to UConn? He don't put the stat line in there, but he say he went to UConn on there. Go ahead.
I knew mentioning him, we'll see David Blau in the comments.
Oh, David Blau would do. He wasn't good. He wasn't that good. Chase Billingsley was solid.
Billingsley, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's a sleeper.
Yeah.
I feel like David Blau wasn't great in the preseason, but it was just like maybe the other quarterback was really bad. So it's like, David could run a little bit. So you kind of get excited every once in a while.
The best thing about
Go ahead.
The best thing about him was his Jordan cleats. That was it. Man, that was the best thing about him, man.
I remember when he came in. Like that's what always got me cooked is when he came in that season. Stafford went out, and we had Tim and Jeff Driscoll. It was like, yo, David Ball might be the future.
Weird.
Went on to lose every game, man. That's crazy. I like Jeff Driscoll too. He's still hanging around. Shout out to Jeff Driscoll.
So let's talk about this a little bit more, man, because if I'm not mistaken, it was Brad Holmes who kind of gave a comparison to Puka Nacua. You gave a comparison to Kenny Galladay.
Yeah. Mine's better.
How much more do we watch Tesla out there in the preseason?
You know what though? That's a good question. Because we know he's going to make the team. Mm-hmm. Is there a path for him to be a top 3 receiver by week 1? Can he put that on the field in the preseason to earn that job? Specifically when Tim Patrick probably won't play at all.
When Tim Patrick could have more like the Allen Robinson role.
With who?
Where you just bring him in and if people get injured, you just have him there.
Okay, so he's just a straight backup.
Yeah, just a straight up backup.
Because Allen Robinson with the Lions role was like not a role at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just there.
You think that's Tim Patrick?
I think if Tesla keeps showing what he is, I think eventually, yeah.
Oh no, you're saying there's a path week 1. He's jumping this dude. Like Tim Patrick, you're a backup.
If he keeps going out there and doing what he's doing, I think so. It's in practice every single day. You go out here in preseason games and do it. They drafted you, and they were super excited to get you for a reason. I'm not going to put it out the window that can happen.
You know what? I don't hate that. Because I just didn't believe that it was possible. I'll say this. I don't think it's possible he's overtakes Tim. I don't honestly think there's something that he can do to overtake Tim week 1.
Yeah, but not week 1. No.
But I think he can do enough to get snaps week 1. That may not sound bold, but it is, I think, a little bit with we have 4 dudes that we know are dogs. Yeah. I think he could do enough to get 5 snaps week 1. Like get in a couple of packages.
Yeah.
Get targets, that may be different.
Definitely eventually, though, yeah. Yeah, he can. Because Tim Patrick, obviously, we know what he did for us, right? So,
I'm a Tim Patrick guy, but here's my thing with Tim. There are similarities to him, but I think there's clearly areas where Tesla can be just better than Tim Patrick is. I like Tim Patrick. Now, I will say this. My only knock on Tim for sure. See, to me, Tim Patrick really doesn't separate incredibly well 15, 20 yards down the field. Like when corners are squatting down, waiting on it, like he doesn't separate that well. Yeah. But he's just all positioning, that kind of thing. Like Tesla could actually shake dudes in those spots. He has that upside I don't think Tim really has. The only thing with me with Tesla is, and I haven't heard much of this, maybe I haven't read the right stuff, is Tesla really winning a lot of those contested and see him in the red zone dominate. Like you haven't heard that. Maybe there's like a player here and there, but he gets open, he's running away from people. That's great, but he's not doing that element. And I feel like if that popped, like we see him catch a just back shoulder, or if he just climbed a ladder on a corner and caught a 40-yard pass from Hendon on the sideline, that kind of thing I think could legitimately jump him way faster. I feel like that's missing. That dominance is missing. And Kenny Galladay had some of that dominance in the preseason where I remember it may have been his first preseason game. He ended up having like 2 touchdowns for like 100 yards, but he caught like a one-handed touchdown in the end zone. And that's not all on him, but we need like at least one of those, I feel like, from Tesla to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I just think it's going to come, unbearable for them to keep him on the sideline. at some
Oh,
point.
yeah. I think
Because like I said,
that's
you
fair.
get in the hands with him, you get in the speed with him. You just need to see a couple of things, like you said, red zone, stuff like that. Because you know what we got out of Tim Patrick. When we needed him and we called on him, he answered. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he's a veteran, obviously. So, like I said, but I think the talent alone eventually is just gonna kind of push him ahead, man.
So
Which
Tim
it should. It should. That's the way it should happen. That's what you drafted him for. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest about it. So
yeah.
it should happen that way. So, but starting out the season, obviously Tim Patrick, but eventually I think Tesla is just gonna keep on beating the door until somebody let him in.
I think there's the highest upside potential for Tim for Isaac is actually beyond that. I think the best case is by early year 2, he's in
Mhm.
a spot where you feel like Jameson's you could move him. You know what I mean?
Tesla, Jameson, St. Brown. That's where
No,
I'm at.
I hear you. I'm just like I feel like there's a world in which him getting to his absolute best, where you depending on how it is this year with JMO and
Yeah,
what that price point gets to,
that
where
price
at
point.
very least you will listen to our offers.
Yeah,
Tesla could be that good by early next season that's at least something that you're willing to do because like he's that good opposite
yeah,
of Saint.
right.
That's the high end though. Like that's
Yeah,
top tier. It could take
yeah,
a minute.
yeah.
I don't want to see it happen, but it's a possibility.
It's possible.
It,
I don't know, man. You might.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm talking a little
It's gonna
crazy
be
here,
all
but
right. No, no, not really. No, you're realistic. I mean, we can't pay everybody. You know what I'm saying? If J-Mo has the type of season that I think he's gonna have, that is a very good question.
yeah.
Because yeah, he's gonna garner some money if he does what I think he's gonna do this season. So
So I don't want to make this like an either or because it doesn't have to be. There's a lot more factors, but and I don't like just counting numbers because you can be creative with how you set these contracts. And Lions can pull Philadelphia and just push all this money to 2029 and just start doing that. And it's like, all
yep.
right, well, we'll just deal with it
Which I think they plan to do.
they started to do it. The first
Hmm.
real deal was Kirby, I believe, and they put like a lot
Hmm.
of money there. And it was like, oh, they haven't really done this in the past. Philly's got like $150 million sitting there that's just paying nobody in 2029. I don't know how that's going to go. But Lions may get aggressive and it's like, you know what? If it's that good, if we're rolling, just do it. Let's just do it. Like, kind of throw out the window some of the other stuff. We will figure it out. But like I just want to see how it meshes with Laporta and JMO. Because it's not that
Yeah.
I don't believe that they both are really good and that JMO will actually be better in this offense, but could there be an extent where it's like, well, with how much targets we're actually giving JMO, the production is maybe not massing the hope here, but Tesla's rolling so fast, we got flexibility here. Or flip side, maybe Laporta's not cooking to this offense as much. At some point, we're willing to listen.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to trade our guys, but I just think that Tesla has a skill set to maybe open that door. He has that
Yeah.
kind of potential.
Yeah, you're not wrong for that. That's reality, man. You know, a lot of us fans, we love these players, we fall in love with them, but at the same time, in the business world like the NFL, we're not going to be able to keep everybody around. So that's very, very realistic. Um, and like I said, even with the Detroit Lions, I think that's exactly what they intend to do to just push money down the road. I want to ask you this though: the Super Bowl window. I feel like we only burnt about 2 years of it. How
Okay.
many more years do you think we have in that typical around that 5 year Super Bowl window?
Yeah. Okay. So here's how I look, and it is back to the question or the thing that we just talked about with how do they decide? Because to me, the best way to elongate would be doing something like we just discussed. Someone
Mhm.
like Tesla Pops, you might have to drop off someone, give me a draft pick in return, and we're gonna have to replace it. Like, give me a third round pick or whatever that is. I gotta hit another tight end. Like that would I think be your best path rather than we're dropping $40 million in 2029, just gonna sit there. Um, I think that the window to me right now is strongly open through the remainder of Goff's contract,
Yeah,
specifically through 2027. So
yeah,
this year, 26, 27. To me, 28 is where things get interesting. He's
right.
got a $61 million cap number. There's a ton of flexibility there. I think and we might get that hint in 2027 what the move is. My view is they feel they're comfortable through there. They're going to line these contracts up where we'll be fine. Will kind of be the point of Goff still playing well. We're gonna give him back 2 more years here. We're gonna go 3 more further with this, and we're gonna keep pushing it. Or it'll be like, okay, we're gonna have to start kind of pivoting, and I think
Mhm.
that's where it's at. So if it's one of these things where, and it's hard because King, I don't know where you're at. I don't know that I can actually envision. I hear what you're saying. I don't know that I can envision Brad Holmes putting a ridiculous amount of money back, like where he's
Yeah.
just we're paying guys. We're actually not paying them for 4 years, but we know we're gonna have to pay this due. I think you could stagger it, like you kind of like having one with Kirby, or maybe we get a second one like that. I don't really see him doing that with multiple deals. I think he's truly trying to keep this open
I
forever. I think
think
he's trying to build something that's sustainable. He just has to hit on so many draft picks.
if I know Brad Holmes, what he's doing is, yeah, you're right. It's not that. Um, through the way that he drafts along and making the Lions a good team like we are right now. That's why it's very important for us to show something this season, because that also garners veterans. And I think we're going to get to the point where we have our guys that we pay, and then we have this rotation of veterans that we bring in, like you see a lot of these good teams do. I
Yeah.
think we're going
Yeah.
to get to that point eventually. So
Okay.
I don't, like I said, the push down the road thing, that's a stretch for Brad Holmes to me.
Yeah.
I think that's where we are. I think we go out and we get guys to come in, season after season, we get veterans to fill in spots that want to win. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lions are a winning team. They're a winning
Sure.
franchise. They've been doing it for more than 3 or 4 years now. I think it's time to go over there. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where we at right now.
I want to I want to hear your thoughts on this though, because here's how I'm thinking about this too. Does Brad almost view this as like, yo, we won 15 games, we won 12 the year before, 12 we actually went further in the playoffs. Injuries just do what they did. Does he view it as there's like a legitimate to what you're saying? And I think the free agent thing is 100% true. Like now there's probably a point to it. Like, and I think that's why the Za'Darius thing is just in it. Like, if he hit him, give him a certain number, I think he would have just signed. Like, yeah,
Right.
you give me 15 million, we'll get this thing done because we could do that. It's just we know what's coming up. But does he view it as like there is a time and place where there is that kind of opportunity where we push a little bit further in, or in pause, or does he view it as if I keep getting us in the dance, if I keep putting a good enough team that just we keep getting cracks at it, eventually we're going to get through. We just have to be hot at the right time. We have to have the injury luck on our side, but we're playing the game of volume. Give me 7 straight playoff appearances. 4 or 5 of those, we're getting a home game at least. And if we get that kind of volume stacked rather than 2 or 2 good years where we kind of push really heavy to go for it, that's the better shot versus we're going to be really aggressive and push some money back and know that these next 2 are where we want to package this. Because I think that's a lot of that's going to depend on Goff and his age, and then obviously you have to have a next plan. But assuming that he continues the same pace for 2 to 3 years, I think I really do think. I'm curious to see what you think about this. I could see him visioning like that. Like, let me just keep getting the team there.
Yeah.
It's just got to go our way. If I keep getting them there, we're eventually going to get through.
Yeah. I honestly do believe that. I do believe that. I think it's the long approach. It's like you said, it's the volume, man. It's keep giving us cracks at it. We got Dan Campbell, we got these guys, we got our mentality. Man, we can beat anybody.
Yeah,
And they started that out in the beginning. We can beat anybody. We just have to believe in us. And I
just got to
think
give a
that's the
shot.
whole mantra throughout the entire organization. So I can definitely get with that point of view. That's where I think they are. Um, Nothing else tells me otherwise.
Yeah, because like I said to say like I don't know like okay let's say they sign Za'Darius, is that the over the top move? Like I don't think so.
No,
So like what is it almost feels like if you visualize that there's legitimately that kind of move you can make, it's either one you start getting super aggressive with pushing all that money back, or
right,
two it's a like a legitimate big trade where it's like we're building to the draft but that first round pick's gone for
right,
this big time edge rusher or something. It's like
right,
we're making
right.
the blockbuster trade for a couple years. We're going to see if it hits, and we'll figure out how we pay him later, or we don't pay him.
I just don't think that's in this game.
I don't think so either. So I think he's playing like just
I think,
percentages.
hey,
If I
we're
get
gonna
in
sign
there,
this Darius Smith. We're gonna keep inviting the Dominican Sue until he comes out of retirement. King's
yeah,
conspiracies.
yeah,
No, that's I'm just
hey, I'm
joking
with
with
it.
that
He's
one.
there.
That would be
There,
fun
no,
though.
yeah. Bring them
Uh,
both.
but yeah, I think he's gonna continue to add the pieces that he need, but at the same time, the draft is where he's gonna look to the most, and he's gonna pay the guys that he drafts, and he's gonna add on veterans to do what they need to do and try to push that way to the Super Bowl, man. I don't see him making those big splash moves ever. I really just don't.
he seems like when he talks, like when they talk, I get the sense that they really do believe it was an outlier with all the injuries. I
Oh
don't think it's
yeah,
excuse.
yeah,
They
yeah,
truly believe that, and it threw everything off for him. But also, I still look at it from perspective of you take away the fumble, right? The Graham Glasgow fumble, and the play was there. If he
yeah.
holds up and we complete that, say we score, it's 14-3. We can play our game
Right.
instead of going down immediately, and then it's like, oh no, now we're playing catch up ball game. If we score there, like I could see them still thinking to themselves, we could have won it that year.
Yep.
We still could have did it. It had to
Yep.
shake our direction. It just didn't. But if we have enough shots at it, it's going to get there eventually. Because I almost
Yeah.
feel like the playoffs are that in some ways. Like
Yeah.
it feels like a lot of ways is that because it's like you just got to keep getting cracked, specifically in the NFC. Now in the AFC, I could see why a team would be more aggressive. Like, yo, it's Kansas City every year. But in the NFC, it doesn't seem that way.
Yeah. And you know, like I said, San Francisco, unfortunately, you got some young guys on the team. You know what I'm saying? Couple of drop passes away and a fumble away
Yeah.
from winning, you know, that situation. Then you look at the situation this past year. If you keep on hitting the goddamn, you know, door with a hammer, eventually something's gonna break. And we broke, you know what I'm saying, at that time. I mean, we almost had a historic amount of people out on defense, bro.
We did.
You know what I'm saying? Our team was the Detroit Lions, or I mean the Detroit injury reserves. That's where we were. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
I mean, I don't hold that against them at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Aaron Glenn did what he could. He didn't have anything. So this time around, let's make sure we got some depth. Let's try not to suffer, you know, the amount of attrition that we did last season and see where this thing goes. You know what I'm saying? Even though our schedule is a little bit tougher, we like it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's, oh, you know, Lions against this team and that team, man. We proved a lot of people wrong with 15-2. Schedule is tough. It's a mother effer, you know what I'm saying? But you know, this is how they want it. This is exactly how they want it. They want to show the league we are the best team in the league. But you got to stay healthy. We can't have Aiden Hutchinson level type injuries, you know what I'm saying, on our defense. You know what I'm saying? We can't have a Lynn McNeil going. We lost all the keys, all the key pieces to our defense, man. That can't happen this year. At least we got to at least be halfway healthy. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to try to do that, man, because we lost everybody last season.
Yeah. And it doesn't ever, like, to an extent, doesn't feel like you can overcome some of that to a point. Like, because, it's just like Kansas City didn't have tackles last year. It's like, well, I just don't know how to a point you continue to overcome that. Like, if I take Saquon off of Philly, do they win a Super Bowl? I don't know.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, you would think they'd have a shot, but I don't know they beat the Rams without Saquon. Like, that's where it's like you just take that one dude off, and all of a sudden, like, for everybody, that could be the case. Especially on the side where maybe, I don't know. I want to say specifically the defensive side of the ball because a lot of defenses, it's so reactive. They have like a dude that it surrounds. I just feel like every defense kind of has just a dog on the front. Take that out, changes everything.
Yeah, we survived. You know what I'm saying? Even with the turnovers on the offensive side of the ball, we survived that before. We've seen that against the Texans, but our defense then with the Texans versus what we had in the playoffs was two total different things, man. Two total different things.
Yo, we didn't have Carlton in the playoffs, right? Like that's one thing I always forget about that game. Like Carlton, he's like the
everything.
forgotten dude.
Yeah, we lost everything.
Carlton was because they gave them like two big shot plays. Like Carlton was massive in that Houston game. He led the comeback. Not having him was a killer, man.
Yeah,
man.
I like that, Shane. I liked what I saw out of Yasin too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I feel a little comfortable with some of the guys that we have, but you can never have as much, too much depth. But like I was saying about that last game, man, we didn't even have Carlton Davis, bro. This is why, when I see Terrion Arnold, when I see, Amik Robinson, when I see DJ Reed, I'm a little bit more confident this time around because these guys are available. And then, it sucks with Rakestraw, but I truly do believe we're going to be able to hold up this season. I think that D-line is going to help the secondary out a lot more this season because last season, after we lost Hutch, man, it got real tough. You know what I'm saying? It got real tough to get some pressure on certain teams with certain schemes, man. And I think we're going to do a little bit better this year. If Hutch is what we saw with our own eyes and what's been coming out of camp, if he is actually a little bit better than he was last season,
I believe it.
We're going to be fine. I truly do. I know that's what I've been seeing, but I truly believe it. If we are that, then I think the secondary is going to be just fine, man.
Hey, chat, look, man, I'll throw it in here again. We got the link. Subscribe to Lions Roundtable if you're in the chat right now. This is where we're eventually going to move to. I saw someone say something like, oh, I thought there'd be more people in a roundtable. Well, look, man, eventually there will be. We're trying to figure it all out. We're not even on the roundtable yet, so this is just our channel with a roundtable in the title. We'll eventually be there. There will be more people eventually, but King and I are getting this thing started. We're getting this thing off the ground. So this is going to roll through, man. It's going to roll through the season. It's going to be great once the season starts. To be a lot of fun. And I guess Tuesday we'll come back. We'll recap the game a little bit. We'll have some like immediate takeaways, which will be pretty fun. And yeah, I'm excited for that one. King, you got anything else before we get out of here?
No, man. Just yeah, we're some hours away from game day, so
Hey.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the night, man. Get yourself something good to eat. Go to bed. Get some rest. We got some football tomorrow.
I like that. Phantom, we will get your beats on here. I want to put him in the other studio. I don't want to throw him in here because I don't have space for anything. So I'll throw him in that studio because they'll consistently be there. It doesn't make sense for me to put him over here yet. But yeah, all right, we're out of here, man. Have a great night. As King said, eat some food, get some sleep. We out.